Hello and welcome to Tata Communications presents ET Studios, The Curious Case of the Cloud in association with ETCIO. In today's fast-evolving digital landscape, enterprises are navigating the complexities of cloud, AI, and edge computing with striving for agility, security, and efficiency. As businesses embrace digital transformation, the need for a seamless, intelligent, and secure cloud ecosystem has never been greater. Enter Vayu by Tata Communications, a pioneering solution that's designed to simplify and optimize enterprise cloud operations. In this exclusive ET Studios conversation in association with ETCIO about the curious case of the cloud, we sit down with Mr. Bhaskar Gorti, who is the Executive Vice President, Cloud and Cybersecurity Business, to explore how Vayu is redefining the cloud landscape. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Great to see you, and thank you for sitting down with us here at ET Studios. And this is an exclusive conversation with ET Studios in association with ETCIO, and we're spotlighting the curious case of the cloud.
Okay.
And to set some context, how do you witness the cloud landscape evolving, the cloud tech landscape evolving, and what are the particular challenges that enterprises are navigating when it comes to AI, cloud, and security?
Yeah, absolutely. So before I do that, I want to talk about cloud not as a new thing. This is now, I think the cloud is in the next second generation, and it's all over 20 plus years, the cloud has evolved. And enterprises have different stages of adopting cloud. And governments are adopting cloud, startups are adopting clouds. And we actually, Tata Communications, over 10 plus years have been in the cloud business. And we have been providing citizen-grade cloud services in the market. Some of the biggest banks, some of the biggest national health agencies, some of the enterprises we have been supporting. But one of the things that is becoming extremely common is enterprises are still struggling to really get the value of the cloud implementations. So first, most complexity is multi-cloud because you have hybrid clouds, you have one or two or three, four clouds, and you have your own enterprise inside. So combination of all this is a multi-cloud, hybrid cloud problem. So that's a big problem for companies. The second problem companies have is data sovereignty. Now your data is spread in different islands. How do you bring that all together and make it work seamlessly to provide the right insights and the right value? So that's the second problem. And the third problem is cost overruns. It's extremely high cost to manage all these different environments. So the enterprises today, while they run their companies, have to manage cloud and make it a part of their company and evolve as it's evolving. And its cloud is evolving very fast. And of course, in the last 4 or 5 years, the whole concept of machine learning and AI has come into play. That completely shifts and adds a whole new problem on top of the cloud infrastructure that's there.
All right. Or with a solution like Vayu, it's not a problem, but a solution, right? AI.
Yeah. So now let me talk about what we are doing.
Right.
As I said, so we are very excited to launch Vayu Cloud, which is brings over 10 years of heritage of cloud infrastructure with dedicated hosting, private hosting, public cloud hosting, and now with Edge. So we offered 2 years ago Edge Cloud Computing, and now the latest for the last 1 year, we are doing AI. So all that bring together is what we are calling the Vayu Cloud. So Vayu is after the Sanskrit name, air. It is ubiquitous, it's omnipresent, but it's a lifeline that connects everything. So that is why we're calling it Vayu, and that's the new offering that brings all these things together into one comprehensive, seamless infrastructure that's working for our customers and making their lives better.
And if I may ask you, what sets Vayu apart from traditional solutions in the market?
Oh, absolutely. So Vayu is not your regular cloud. Vayu is purpose-built, built for you. It's built for control and built for the future. So it brings all three things together, where it's very specific for your infrastructure with your specific business needs, tailored for that. So we have a unique combination where we have mastered the art of bringing a cloud service that is very dedicated for your business, for your startup, for your university or your government function. And it's built with controls in it, which you have. We provide all the controls to our customer where they can control it. And along with that, and since we have a continuum from cloud to edge to AI, so it's the same platform. You don't have to transition to a different platform as you evolve to the edge, as you move to the AI. So it's a completely built for the future platform. And that's what is new about Vayu, and that's where the unique things about it.
And the major problem that enterprises face, of course, is the complexities when it comes to the AI or cloud or edge computing. So how does Vayu simplify this for them?
So for example, so it starts with, first thing is the infrastructure. So we have the same common infrastructure for cloud, for edge, for AI. So the customer doesn't have to worry about the infrastructure. So the compute, the networking, the storage is all taken care of by us. And we partner with some of the leading companies like NVIDIA to bring the GPUs to the culture. So they don't have to worry about that. Then they don't have to worry about the platform. So that sits on top of the infrastructure. So platform is the model garden, the model studios, the platform databases, data management. We make that all transparent for our customers so they can focus on their application.
Right.
That's what they can focus on and leave it to us because we are the only one that integrates all these and provides services along with it.
Okay.
So that's how it all comes together.
And talk to us about AI as well. How are you integrating AI into Vayu to make sure that you're optimizing workflows and driving efficiency?
So AI is a very integral part of Vayu. In fact, that is the force behind which the rebranding has happened for us to bring to market. So AI, as I said, talk about some of the unique things we have done in our infrastructure, in our data centers, is we use direct liquid cooling. Which is we are the first one in the country to use direct liquid cooling, which is a very special way of cooling the CPUs and the GPUs and nothing else. So we actually get a much better power ratio for that. And it's highly sustainable. It's a highly sustainable way of doing direct cooling. So we do that as an infrastructure as for the companies. So then we take it to the edge. So edge, you can have a retail manufacturer, you could be a warehouse, you could be a media company. And in fact, our media uses our edge solutions to the market to roll out because the data doesn't have to travel all the way to the cloud. The data is processed right where it's created and the decisions are made. So that's the inferencing happens over there. So that's how we are creating a seamless infrastructure for our customers.
Absolutely. And you mentioned sustainability, so I'd like to stay on that.
Yeah.
Apart from this direct liquid cooling that you have, what are the other ways that you help enterprises reduce their carbon footprint?
Oh, definitely. We diligently work around the clock in power management, in how do we consume less and less power by using more modern technology, more like direct cooling is an example. We talk about liquid cooling is another one that we use. So we are continuously using technologies to help us bring more sustainable innovation to you. And at the same time, it's also very interesting because you are able to generate a lot more throughput at a much lower power consumption cost. So that's how we do it.
That's excellent. Now, cost optimization is also very essential for enterprises, but at the same time, they don't want to compromise on performance and quality, of course. So how do you make sure that you deliver the best quality, high performance while making it cost effective for your enterprises?
So first of all, most enterprises, they start off with a business need and they want all the features and the capabilities that are required to solve their problem. So they want the best of the best. Then comes how do we operate it and how do we pay for it. So then they start looking at, so many companies have what is called as cost shock happens. So you go and start consuming and you get used to it, and then you suddenly, at the end of the month, end of the quarter, you start getting these bills. These are astronomically high. That's when you panic and say, okay, now what do I do? So what we have done is we have flipped it. We completely are transparent in our price performance to our customers. So we provide full transparency. For example, there is no egress cost. Data moving into the data center, data moving out of the data center. We don't charge for that. So we have the best price performance ratio in the market, and anywhere customers are getting from 20, 30 to 40% savings on the cost, all the time using the same technology of innovation and features. So it's a very feature-rich technology, but at a cost-efficient way.
Wow, that's right, and tough balance.
It's a tough balance.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely.
It's a tough balance, but it has taken us years to practice that and engineer it. And also what is interesting is we are the full service provider. So what I mean by that, there are other companies that just provide the technology. Then what do you do with the technology? You have to get some other service provider to come and enable you and all of that. We are the end-to-end service provider. So we not only provide the technology, but also the services to use the technology to deliver an outcome.
And you make sure that this is extremely secure as well, which is another added task on top of that, right? How do you weave security into the cloud? And also security is a non-negotiable. So you have to deliver on that front.
So the other hat of my job is the security solutions of the company. So security is completely horizontal for us. So we have a network fabric. We have our cloud fabric, we have an interaction fabric, and we also have an IoT fabric. So all these four combine our digital fabric. But in each and every one of those fabrics, security is built from the ground. We have not bolted security on. We have built security from ground zero in each and every one of these fabrics. So security is a given. No company can run away from any attacks because it's only a matter of when, it's not a matter of if. So we have to always stay vigilant with the threat intelligence and zero touch. We have to be vigilant all the time. And we weave security into every layer of our fabric, all the way from network to the data center, to the platform. So we layer it all the way and provide a security framework. And we do it, and also we are technology agnostic in some sense, because you have many technology players who provide one good security thing, but it only does one thing. So what we do is we take a very technology agnostic approach, and we provide any platform, and we provide services around it.
All right. It's interesting to see how security is woven into the fabric of the solution and not something that sits just on top.
It's not top. And also, I think the key here for us in Tata Communications, we have a unique advantage, which maybe only 3 or 4 players in the world have it. A third of the world internet runs on us.
That's quite something.
So I just want you to think about it. A third of the world internet, 33% of the global internet. I'm not talking about internet in Asia or India or North America. So it's a worldwide, runs on our platform. We actually have the subsea cables, and the fiber that we run. So we are a native grounds up internet network connectivity. So we have built from there on the cloud infrastructure, the IoT infrastructure, the infrastructure. So that is where it gives us, we know we have been in the business of providing network grade SLA, service level agreements to companies for a long time. So that's how these things come together.
That's an invaluable advantage indeed on your side. So from this vantage point that you have, looking ahead about 3 to 5 years into the future, how do you see the future of cloud evolving?
I think the future of cloud, it's not the future of cloud is evolving. It's how is AI going to, how are you going to use AI going to change the companies. Companies that are adopting or trying some AI applications will find it challenging. Companies that are natively building AI into every aspect of their organization are going to be the ones set up to flourish better. So AI competency is very important. AI infrastructure is important. So the adoption of AI, because right now, 80% of the companies, while they speak AI, they struggle to find the business case. They struggle to find the use cases for AI. So, and it's going to touch every fabric of the society. AI is. So that is how we see the market evolving the next 3 to 5 years. AI is going to become ubiquitous.
Okay.
It is going to be ubiquitous. Just like we are today talking about cloud, we are already beginning in some parts to talk about AI like that. It's going to touch every aspect of the human life.
So businesses that don't keep up with AI are going to be lagging behind for sure.
Absolutely. I think that, see, if you think about it, think about 20 years ago. There were some companies that were doing e-commerce, some companies were not doing e-commerce. Today, is there any company that doesn't do e-commerce? So it's just a question of how, and then about 10 years ago, some companies were supporting mobile, some companies were not supporting mobile. Now, does anybody not support mobile? So what has taken 20 years or 10 years is going to happen in 3-4 years. That's how AI is going to be. Is AI going to be ubiquitous in our daily lives, in our business lives? So that is what I see as a future, the next 3 to 5 years, is a unique opportunity. This happens, I've seen this industry, I've played the internet wave, I have seen the e-commerce wave, I have seen the mobile wave. But this is a wave which is bringing all of that together. And I want to use what we call it, the intelligent age. So we have the industrial age, we had the information age, we had the e-commerce age, now is the intellectual age. So if you think about if you take a step back, we've had the industrial age, we had the information age, we had the e-commerce age, and the mobile age. Now is the intelligence age, right? So intelligence is going to be everywhere. Intelligence is going to be baked into every aspect of our social life, personal life, and business life. So it's all about what intelligence I can use and moving forward. That is what is going to differentiate between winners and also brand players.
That's a daily reminder that AI is woven into everything. So it's high time that we weave AI into what we do as well.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's actually becoming a way of life for many people. And I mean, especially here, we look at the India AI mission that's being talked about and being enabled. We are one of the players that is empaneled by the MITI government for the national AI mission. And it's going to touch every fabric of the society.
Absolutely. It's inescapable. Yeah. It's omnipresent already.
Yeah. And it is like Vayu.
Which is also here to stay. So, enterprises who want to adopt Vayu, how do you suggest they go about it?
See, I think it's not a question of adopting Vayu. How do they make Vayu a part of their intellectual and business and regular day-to-day fabric? It's the digital fabric is what is Vayu bringing to the table. How do you weave that fabric through all aspects of your business? You can start off with specific industry, specific applications. We have the government cloud, we have the financial cloud. So you can start off with the industry-specific cloud. You can start off with the horizontal business process and HR system. So you can start anywhere. It doesn't matter where you start. You can start at any business process and move forward, incorporate it, and then make that successful, and then build upon that success for the next transformation. So Vayu is a transformation agent for companies as they evolve in the cloud and AI journey.
It truly sounds very exciting, and we wish you all the best in this new phase. Thank you for joining us here at ET Studios.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching The Curious Case of the Cloud. We hope we were able to clarify all your doubts and any questions that you had. And for more such insightful conversations, remember to stay tuned to ET Studios.